What's going on, everybody? I'm Dan Unfiltered. This is Unfiltered Wrestling, and we just watched NXT Takeover Toronto, and god damn it, it was good. Not surprising though. Come on, unless this is your first takeover, you aren't surprised because takeovers are always good. They just are. Now, if this is your first takeover, then stop this video, fuck everything I'm about to say, and go back and watch some, because as good as this one is, it's nowhere near the best. There have been some crazy takeovers. But we're not going to get into that. Not right now. First match was NXT Tag Team Championships being defended by the Street Profits versus Undisputed Era, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. And I predicted and expected the Undisputed Era to get the titles back, because I thought this was going to be their night. That Undisputed Era was going to have all the belts, and like the show would close with all of them holding a title. Didn't happen. It did not happen. And I'm kind of surprised, because when they debuted, that was like a big thing they were selling, that they were going to accomplish that at some point. And they still haven't, and it's been 2 years. And if it didn't happen now, I don't know if I don't think it's ever going to happen, because everything was lined up. It's hard to give the Roderick Strong another title shot. It's hard to justify giving Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly another tag title shot when they both lost clean. So it's hard to see that ever happening, so I don't think it will. So we're moving on. But that was a very good match. Street Profits retained. Very good. Not great. A very good match. Not great, though. And the reason I say not great, because if this was like the Usos versus... who the fuck's it's an average tag team? Damn it, I like the Revival. But Usos versus the Revival on the main roster right now at SummerSlam. If that happened and they did exactly what happened in this match, I would say, wow, amazing, great match. But that's because the standards are different. It shouldn't be that way, but SummerSlam, which is the second biggest show, wrestling show on the planet behind WrestleMania, the standards are lower than an NXT TakeOver in terms of match quality. It just is. And it's because just watching enough takeovers and enough main roster pay-per-views, you'll know the standards, the bar is different. It just is. They don't wrestle as well on the main roster anymore. They just don't. But still a very good match. They retain. Montez Ford is special, man. That guy is special. He's gonna be, man, I hope they don't ruin him. Fuck, man. When they come to the main roster, I hope Vince doesn't fuck them up. But especially Montez Ford. Oozes with charisma, athletic as hell. Yeah, please, Vince, don't fuck that guy up, please. Let's not even get depressed. Candice LeRae versus Io Shirai. I love the way this match started. Io really is sitting and fitting into her heel role really well. Like, she's way better like this than she was as the face, the baby face, coming out with a damn tiger mask and like classic, normal, average Japanese music. No, that wasn't it. That wasn't gonna work. This Io Shirai, this could be a multi-time Raw or SmackDown Women's Champion. She's bad. She's bad. And she beat the shit out of Candice LeRae to start this match. She did like a nasty suplex right onto the announce table. Nice. Then when they got in the ring, she still beat the shit out of her. Candice LeRae they did a good job of doing Io Shirai's viciousness, her newfound viciousness, with Candice LeRae just never giving up. She's sort of becoming the female Johnny Gargano, her husband, and she's fitting in that very well. I like it. And then there was a nasty near fall at the end where Io Shirai did her moonsault finisher that no one's ever kicked out of until now. Candice LeRae kicked out of it. That legit caught me off guard. I did not expect that. Right when that happened, I was like, oh my god, they're not actually going to let Candice LeRae win this, are they? You can't let Io lose. She just turned heel. She can't lose. Not now. Not yet. But she didn't. Don't worry, she didn't. She caught her with some new finisher. It looked kind of like a backwards triangle choke type of thing. Which makes sense, because you know how WWE works. They don't like having heels have high-flying finishers. Too exciting, apparently, for Vince's taste for heels. People will cheer. It'll get a pop from the audience having a off-the-top rope finisher for a heel. So, apparently, we probably won't see the moonsault that often from Io anymore. I'm expecting that triangle submission finisher to be her new move. They'll probably have a name for it next week, or the week after. Still, very good match. These two have good chemistry. Candice, as this plucky underdog, is really good. I think she should probably be next for Shayna Baszler. Just saying. I would really like to see that be a feud. And really, I wouldn't be mad if she's the one that upsets Shayna. I like what she's got going on. Io, I'm not sure what she does next, honestly. Because, you can't have her face Shayna. I mean, you could, but that'd be kind of odd. They're two, like, monster heels right now. It'd be weird, so I don't think they're doing that. Next up, we have the triple threat match for the North American Championship. God, I love Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne is so good at everything professional wrestling. He is. Pete Dunne is that guy. And he's only like 23, 24. God damn, Pete Dunne is good. And you got Velveteen Dream, who's... if you've been watching NXT, Velveteen Dream is a master. He knows his gimmick, his character beautifully. He, to me, is the modern day Goldust. And I mean that in all of the best ways. All of them. Goldust is a future WWE Hall of Famer. So don't take that in any weird way. Velveteen Dream, fantastic. Roderick Strong still lacks personality. He does. He lacks charisma. But he is the messiah of the backbreaker, as they say. He pulls the backbreakers of all kinds out of his ass all the time. So I like Roddy. Roddy's good, but once I saw the Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly lose that opening tag title match, I knew Roderick had no chance here. None. Because it was either Undisputed Era's getting all of them, or only Adam Cole, and everyone else is just going to lose. You're not going to have Roderick win when Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish just lost. It's not going to do that. But still a very good match. It got sloppy in the middle. It got a little sloppy to me. It was almost too much of a good thing, if you know what I mean. Got a little sloppy and uncoordinated, but still overall great match. Next pay-per-view, I hope we just get... I would say Velveteen versus Pete Dunne would be amazing. That'd be amazing. Turn that into an actual feud. Instead, Pete Dunne kind of got thrown in last minute. I would like to see that be an actual feud, because I know that'd be a classic. Because as much as I liked this triple threat match, because it was very good, quality-wise was amazing, but Velveteen Dream is the type of guy, and so is Pete Dunne, to where one-on-one, it gets you different feelings. Like, that, it's going to be special. Velveteen Dream mocks his opponent, he poses, he does the other person's pose, the other person's finisher sometimes, and Pete Dunne just brings a badassery that is kind of rare in wrestling. So one-on-one matches and feuds, long-term feuds with build, really work better for those two. So I wouldn't mind if it's against each other next time. Oh man, that would be excellent. Still very good match, very good match. A little sloppy, but very good. And then we had the NXT Women's Championship match. Mia Yim versus Shayna Baszler. And I was thinking, and again, prediction that Mia Yim was going to win by maybe a roll-up or something, just so the feud can continue. That's it. That was my only reason. Besides that, Mia Yim has no momentum to be champion right now. None. But I was thinking she would roll up and win just because who's next for Shayna? Like, I was thinking if Mia wins, Shayna and Mia can do it again at the next takeover, and it buys WWE a little, or NXT a little time to find more female challengers. No, Shayna won. In a very good match. They actually had really good chemistry together. They really did. I like the storytelling too. Mia Yim was taking out Shayna's arm because if she doesn't have her arm, the story is she can't lock in her finisher, her choke. But who knew? She had a different one. She pulled out a triangle choke and beat her that way. Damn. Great finish. Very good match. Strong chemistry. But I don't know where they do with Shayna now. I really don't. I guess you could do Mia Yim again, but I don't know how you up the ante. Like, Mia Yim took out her partners already. Like, this was one-on-one. This was clean. This was fair. And you lost. Clean and fair. Not even to her finisher. So, I don't know where they go with Shayna next. You want to say maybe Candice LeRae, but Candice lost. So it's hard to justify Candice moving up after just losing to Io. Then you'd want to say Io, but then Io not only just lost multiple times to Shayna beforehand, but Io is also a heel. So it's a tangled web. They might have to pull someone out of their ass. It might have to be someone different. Either that or Shayna just comes up holding the belt and relinquishes it Kevin Owens style or Asuka style. My bad. But I don't know. Very good match. We'll talk about what we expect for the future on a different video. This is just a recap. Damn good match, though. I really like their chemistry. And then, of course, do we even need to talk about what the match of the night was? Do I need to waste my breath on what the match of the night was? Obviously, 2 out of 3 falls. Gargano versus Adam Cole. Good God. Yep. If you guys know who Dave Meltzer is, he's a guy who gives out star ratings 1 to 5 on match quality. This one's getting a 5. It might get a 6. He might break it again, break his system again, and give this motherfucker a 6. And it deserves it. This was really good. Because when they said 2 out of 3 falls, and the third was going to be some special stipulation, I thought one of the falls would go quick. Nope. We legitimately got 3 very good title matches here. 3 of them. All were good. All got time. 10 to 15 minutes, each one of them. First fall was a singles. Fantastic. Very good. Like a great wrestling match. It really was. It really was. And they were even. And it looked like Cole was going to cheat. Grabbed a chair. You know the old thing. Heels grab chair. Just to distract the ref. Ref grabs chair. And then while the ref isn't looking, Cole kicks Gargano right in the nuts. Alright. This is a good way to finish this. Kick out Johnny Gargano. Good, legitimate near fall. Really liked it. But then, Gargano grabs the chair and just whacks Cole right in the back with it. DQ? DQ? The only stupid part here was the commentating. One of the commentators was like, why would he do that? Why would he just... What are you talking about? We've seen this in 2 out of 3 falls matches all the time. All the time. The first fall doesn't really matter that much. He grabs chair and he beats the shit out of your opponent just so he's weak for the second and third fall. That's like a normal 2 out of 3 falls thing. Apparently the commentating forgot about that. But, hey. Still, yep, Cole won first fall by DQ. Second fall, street fight. Very good. My only complaint with the street fight was the table spot was kind of weak. The announced table spot. They got on top of it and fans were chanting, table, table. You know, it was great. But Gargano, or what was it? No, Adam Cole was trying to do his like it's kind of like a, I can't what's called, like it's like a double underhook face buster. It got countered, of course. I knew that wasn't gonna happen. Pedigrees don't really happen anymore. Any face buster, pedigree style, don't happen on announced tables anymore. They don't do that. Concussion problems. So it got countered. Back body drop. Cole goes through the Spanish announce table. It just looked kind of weak. I mean, still great. I liked it. I popped for it, but it looked kind of weak. And also, they had like I thought it was an unnecessary barricade break. You know, like when someone gets tackled through the barricade between the crowd. It broke, but it looked soft. It looked weak. It was not good. They probably should just nix that spot. It didn't really bring anything to it. Looked nice in terms of we see like destruction all over the ringside area, but it didn't really help the match much. But again, with NXT Takeovers, you got to be nitpicky, man. I'm sorry. I am sorry. You got to be nitpicky because the quality is so high. If I'm not nitpicky, just every match would be amazing, and that'd just be it. What type of review or recap is that? Everything is great every single time. I can't do that, so I gotta be nitpicky as fuck. But if that would have happened at SummerSlam, it'd probably be the fucking match of the year. It's just how it is. It's a damn shame, too, because the main roster needs to step up. But anyway, we're not getting into that again. Fuck. But beyond that, match was very good. Gargano escaped. His little submission move, dead center in the ring. Adam Cole taps out. And then, I didn't watch the pre-show, so I did not know what the third stipulation was. Apparently in the pre-show, William Regal said this third stipulation was going to be, I think they worded it as a structure full, like, covered in weapons. And it was. It's a cage match covered in weapons. Yeah. Yeah, this was one of those. This was crazy. There you go. Yeah, this was brutal. It was brutal. It was great. And I loved actually the added stipulation to where you can't escape. Because I'm tired of cage matches where you can fucking escape. And that's just how you win. It feels cheap every time. This was pinfall submission. Cage was just there to keep the guys in the ring and to add brutality. And it did just that. Man, kendo sticks taped to the side. You had barbed wire all along the top so you damn sure couldn't escape. It was like the Big Show JBL match 10 years ago where they had barbed wire on the top. This was brutal. I just wish the WWE still allowed like blading. I would have loved some blood in this match. It almost called for it. But still, outstanding match. Tables, man. There was a point where Johnny Gargano grabbed a sledgehammer. Fans chanted Triple H. Yeah, it was excellent. And he even had a nasty... Gargano was hanging on the top of the cell. Adam Cole was also on top of the cell as they were both reaching for the sledge. And Gargano like jumped and turned it into a fucking sunset flip powerbomb. Brutal. Nasty. Nasty spot. Man. Oh, and then there was a moment where he grabbed a bag, you know, like classic brown bag, wrestling brown bag, and everyone popped, me included, thinking it was full of thumbtacks, because that's usually what's in those bags. When he dumped it out and like pliers came out in a wrench, the fans booed, and I was kind of disappointed also. It's like, if you're not going to use thumbtacks, let's just keep the bag away. Have a toolbox next time, guys. Use a toolbox so people don't get their hopes up. Because when you have a brown bag and you dump it, people are expecting thumbtacks to pour out, not pliers. It was like, yeah, pliers, cool. Who cares? But anyway, again, nitpicky, takeover. Sorry, gotta be. The standard's too high. But then they had the finale came where they have like the top of one of the corners of the cage. It was supposed to be a table, like lined up, but you could tell it was a prop table. There was no way they were ever going to use that. It was like double fortified so they both could stand on it without any fear of anything breaking. But yeah, they both climbed up there. They fought a little bit. Gargano cut off with pliers a piece of the barbed wire. He never got to use it though. Kind of disappointing. But he held it. Yeah, he never really got to use it. I was kind of disappointed. But he held it, and as they were fighting at the top, they both jumped off together back into the ring and crashed through a table. There were two set up, but you could kind of tell as soon as they jumped, they over jumped, and they only hit one of the tables. Still a very nice spot. Still a very nice spot, so that's okay. But I bet it would have hurt less if they would have hit both tables. But hey, still look really nice. And of course, when they crash the table, Adam Cole just lays an arm on him. 1, 2, 3. Adam Cole retains. Very good match. These two beat the shit out of each other. Adam Cole even had a nice sized gash on his lower back from going through that table. He must have hit like the corner of it or something on the way down. Brutal. Brutal. Those two beat the shit out of each other. Oh man. Definitely match of the night. Not close. And Meltzer's going to give that, I guarantee, at least 5 stars. He might break his rules and give it 6. Like, that was a very good match. At the end of the year, this will be brought up as a nominee for Match of the Year. It will be. I'm not sure if he's going to win it, but it will be a nominee for Match of the Year. This was outstanding. It was stellar. And I'm assuming it has to be the end of this feud. It has to be. So where they go after this, I'm assuming Ciampa said he's healthy. So I was expecting Ciampa to make an appearance here. He didn't. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe Ciampa Gargano finish their story once and for all at the next takeover. Or maybe Ciampa fights Adam Cole next. Not 100% sure. Not 100% sure. But besides that, great show. And also Matt Riddle came out in the middle of the damn show. Not scheduled. And he calls out Killian Dane. Because, they're feuding right now. But they're not on the card. Killian Dane comes out. And they just beat the shit out of each other for a good 3-4 minutes. Until security separates them. I'm really looking forward to that match. I'm hoping it happens at a takeover. And I hope they save that for the Royal Rumble takeover. And they don't just do this in 2 weeks on a normal NXT. Because I think this deserves a good showcase in front of a very big, large, lively audience. Because Killian Dane's been a great worker for years. Never really got his due with Sanity. And Matt Riddle is Matt Riddle. I mean, come on, bro. Like, do we need to say anything else? Matt Riddle is very, very good. But anyway, I'm not sure how long this has been. I don't want to hold you guys too long. But I appreciate you guys for subscribing. Let me know in the comment section what you think. We got SummerSlam coming up, and god damn it, man. It's not impossible. Some takeovers, it's impossible for the main roster to top them. This one's possible, but it's unlikely. Let's be serious. The main roster hasn't topped a takeover in years. It just hasn't. But let's get into it. I'm excited for SummerSlam, surprisingly. And I can't wait to see what NXT does next. I really can't. They always hit me with something. Like it's always good. NXT, the best wrestling product in the world right now. Let me know. Stay tuned for my SummerSlam reaction review. And then sometime around Wednesday or Thursday, one of those will be Monday Night Raw. SmackDown Live reviews also. Let's have some fun with it, everybody. Get a drink. Get some nachos if you got any. That would be great. I'm out. If you're still here, appreciate you. And you're a real one.